Hi everyone, John Nix here with your daily news fix for September 15th, 2014. Whoever controls the media controls the mind. That quote is by Jim Morrison, and probably the simplest explanation to be found of how the media manipulates us all. This kind of stuff that sells stories most often isn't news after all. In the last week, Baltimore Ravens' Ray Rice and his wife having a domestic dispute has received far more airtime than Benghazi, Extortion 17, ISIS, and the border crisis combined. Rice has been banned for good from the NFL. Now enter Minnesota Vikings Adrian Peterson, who hit his son with a switch. What is this, the Twilight Zone? Every day in every town across America, a woman hits a man hits a woman, and a child is disciplined. Not to say that I agree with the abuse, but discipline, yes. Other people's dirty laundry sells papers and airtime. People's minds can only handle so much real news before they disengage and switch over to PBS or Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. I think it's fair to say that most people in America would rather not know the entire truth. After all, someone else will fix it. That's an underlying issue and a problem, and it has embedded itself in the fabric of our society. The family unit is taking a beating in this country. If a positive role model isn't around, the kids will take what they can get. And the money-hungry media doesn't help matters. So much for journalistic integrity. So what can you do? You can start locally. Yesterday, I had an experience at a local restaurant while ordering food. I had just finalized my order and was receiving my change while in line, and right up behind me, my right ear, I was blasted with vulgarity. A thin young male wasn't happy with his order, and he continued to spew four-letter words. Everyone cowered. I made a snap decision at that moment to be a role model of this kid who had obviously never had that, and let him know just how inappropriate this kind of behavior was and this language was, and nobody in the restaurant deserved to be exposed to that kind of foul-mouthed language. And I called him a foul-mouthed young man. He informed me that he was grown and paid his bills, and he could talk however he wanted to. And I informed him that he may be grown, but he couldn't talk like that in this restaurant, and I wasn't going to stand for it. And I repeated the message several times so that the whole restaurant could hear it. He started to move toward me, but kind of thought better of that course of action. And all of a sudden, as if he'd woken up from a dream, he suddenly seemed embarrassed by his behavior and turned and walked out. The manager gave me a nod of appreciation, and I don't know the young man's circumstances, but I hope he conducts himself differently the next time his fries are cold. My point, be safe, be bold, but act locally, and don't let others infringe on your God-given liberties or your constitutional rights. This is your town, your state, and your country. The media sells mostly garbage, but we have to take action to save our country. Take a kid fishing and get your concealed carry permit. Never surrender your rights, never give up, never shut up, and keep getting up. I'm John Nix, and that was your news fix.